Welcome to another SNX price action update. So, in the market lately, we've seen prices continue to make higher highs on the small degree, and this comes after the initial wave one, which I've explained to you how that worked in previous videos and how we saw a wave one take a very unusual shape. Wave two retraced roughly 0.618 before we saw a move that started back to the upside. Now, I just want to explain a little bit about this pattern. I've removed all previous labels just because they just get in the way and look messy. So if you go to the 5-minute chart after we saw that wave one, I believe what happened was a wave two, and then another wave one, and then another wave two overnight. And what we're seeing now is a bit more of a thrust. Now, at this point, it really does depend on this move continuing higher because it's already at the point now where it should have started. But if we're preparing for a large move, then I believe that this is it's sort of like building up momentum, building up uh, people to the long, getting ready to thrust out of this pattern, which there's a few of them. There's a few factors going on. And so far, my analysis has kept everything in line for the last few videos. So the first thing I want to point out is on the 4-hour chart, right? We have price that normally gets rejected once it tries to break out of that area, but now we're getting price basically having broke above it and retested it. Right now, this is important because um, it kind of signifies that we're closing above, but we also have this pattern scenario going on where the pattern itself is the giveaway rather than the fact that it's settling on, sorry, the 1000 period moving average, right? So for me, any other time that it's happened has been obviously corrective and further downside occurred, but also we have this inverse head and shoulders type pattern, which also provided some kind of support as well. So typically you'll see this is the type of low that you get when you get a reversal, and obviously the the target is all-time highs. So that's what we can expect here, in my opinion. That's only my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor, so yeah, we just have to wait and see. We're still in that process where we haven't even broken the previous high from the end of July. So we got really close, but from this point, I believe it's just going to be either straight up or something else is going to happen, which will, change the count somewhat. But just judging from the way that it's starting to move now, it just seems to me like a little bit more clearer than other coins, other cryptos, and also seems to be performing more price action moves, larger swings than other cryptos. That's in my opinion, of course. There could be others that are crazy. It's just that I'm reading the pattern since the beginning. So if you're talking about something that just happened last night and it was a low, well, that's different. This is an ongoing pattern which seems to be showing itself to be the start of a third wave, right? And as you can see, it's a bit deeper than a third of a third. If this is correct, we'll find out. Last night I did put a few labels in there to suggest this was a low down here, and then I went to bed right at that low down there, and then we saw this happen. Woke up probably like 3 or 4 in the morning in Australia, and noticed this impulsive move had sort of happened. But like all these moves, they don't seem to go very long. And also, given that it hasn't made a new high yet, there's no possibility that it can be anything else completing. To me, this is looking like it's building up strength, coiling up for a move higher, and then it's just going to smash through that that last high. So I'm expecting, if this is a third of a third wave, this thing's going to move super quick, super fast, and you won't know when it happens. This is why I've been tracking it, because I can't be constantly putting out videos. Uh, yeah, so I'm not going to say too much more than that. So just a quick update on what's going on there. I would definitely be paying attention to this. Been long since we had that break there, and we're still around that area, but you can see that it's not only sort of created a sort of like a cup and handle pattern, but look, it's not even about the patterns, it's more about the waves. So definitely something worth learning if you're that way inclined. But hopefully you found this video interesting and informative. Thank you for